You may recall that we started sleep with a brief look at sleep research. So here's a brief history of the scientific study of dreams. With Freud's psychoanalytic movement and the realization that different psychoanalysts interpreted the same dreams differently, dream research funding was reduced and dream study went out of vogue in the scientific community. It wasn't until the 60s that the scientific community recognized dreams as a valid topic of scientific study again. Two studies in particular were responsible for this recognition. The first was in 1953. You may recall these from your history of sleep research, when a graduate student of Kleepman named Eugene Aserinsky discovered rapid eye movements during sleep using a rudimentary EEG. Well, a few years later, in 1957, Dement and Kleepman discovered the connection between rapid eye movements and dreaming. So the scientific study of dreams really began then, with a main focus through the 60s on the differences between randomly sampled dreams and selected dreams. Dreams collected in the lab are randomly sampled. However, dreams collected from sleepers' memories, from dreams they have at home, are of course selected by the sleepers themselves. Home dreams are limited to those the sleeper recalls and those he or she reports. These studies concluded that most dreams are not as exciting as we are led to believe by our memory. Lab dreams, those that are randomly sampled, tend to be far more bland, involve less sex, and feature fewer misfortunes. In other words, not surprisingly, the dreams that people tend to remember and report are those which are more exciting in nature. As a result, in order to get a more representative sample, studies have since focused on collecting home dreams in a more random fashion by using devices to awaken sleepers at home at random times. Research in the 70s and 80s focused largely on memory and consistency of dreams. The more we learned about memory in dreams, the more we appreciate the challenge of studying dreams. First, we have no direct access to people's dreams. Our only access is secondhand through people's reporting of them. Second, dreams are primarily visual. The visual cortex of the brain goes wild when you dream, but they must be reported verbally, and a lot can be lost in translation. Third, people appear to be limited to recalling and reporting the previous 15 minutes of their dreams, at most when awakened. So with longer dreams, it is as if we only get access to the last pages of a novel. As far as consistency of dream content, it was found to be very low between individuals. Your typical dreams tend to be different than those of your siblings, parents, friends, etc. However, the content of dreams is impressively consistent within individuals from the late teens through adulthood. For instance, if you often dream about food now, this will likely continue to be a main theme in your dreams throughout the remainder of your life. More current 20th and 21st century dream research has had a sudden and exciting shift of focus. The focus on dream study is now based in physiology and neuropsychology. This shift was brought on by advanced technology and cool new tools, such as many types of brain scans, and has already advanced our knowledge of dreams exponentially. Dreams are as difficult to define as they are to study. And in our next segment, we'll look at how dreams are defined today.